In an unexpected late-night moment that instantly went viral, Tina Fey unleashed a blistering mockery of Meghan Markle during an appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers, leaving the audience howling and the internet ablaze. With razor-sharp wit and unapologetic sarcasm, Fey took aim at Meghan's perceived hypocrisy, her controversial public image, and her increasingly strained relationship with the British royal family. As the laughter settled, what remained was a biting critique that echoed the growing public sentiment. Meghan Markle is no longer the people's duchess, she's become a symbol of modern celebrity entitlement cloaked in royal privilege. Tina Fey's satire struck a nerve not because it was outlandish, but because it was painfully accurate. Once welcomed into the royal family with open arms and international celebration, Meghan Markle's trajectory has turned into a case study in how quickly public favor can erode when narrative control turns into narcissism. Fey didn't hold back, joking that Meghan was the only person who could ghost a monarchy and still claim to be oppressed. The comment, though hilarious, touched on a real truth. Meghan's media strategy has largely centered on victimhood, often at the expense of facts. Her infamous Oprah interview in 2021 set the tone for this persona, complete with unverified allegations, vague accusations, and an expectation that the public should accept her version of events without question. Yet when inconsistencies were later revealed, such as her claims about her son's royal title or supposed lack of royal protection, it became clear that much of the narrative had been cherry-picked to suit a particular agenda. What Tina Fey nailed, in essence, was the uncomfortable marriage between Hollywood sensationalism and the quiet dignity of royal life. Meghan, a seasoned actress, seemed to approach royal duties with the mindset of a celebrity managing her brand. Every appearance, every speech, every public grievance seemed meticulously crafted not for service, but for spectacle. From preaching about climate change while flying private jets to promoting compassion while cutting off entire family members, Meghan's actions often contradicted her curated image. Fey quipped, she left a palace because it didn't come with a production team, a line that had Seth Meyers covering his face in mock shock. But once again, the truth resonated louder than the laugh. Meghan and Harry's much-publicized Netflix docuseries, Spotify deal, and constant media presence suggest a hunger for spotlight, not solitude. Their insistence on privacy seems disingenuous when juxtaposed with their relentless pursuit of relevance in the public eye. Perhaps the most glaring contradiction, and one Fey cleverly skewered, was Meghan and Harry's continued use of their titles while actively undermining the institution that gave them. Imagine quitting your job and still demanding the office keys, Fey joked, poking fun at the couple's refusal to relinquish their HRH titles. It's a sentiment that has resonated with royal watchers and critics alike. Why cling to the prestige of royalty while simultaneously painting it as a prison? This duplicity has fueled increasing frustration, especially within the UK, where public support for the Sussexes has plummeted. Their refusal to play by royal rules while still benefiting from the brand has made them a divisive force. Meghan's carefully curated image as a humanitarian and feminist falls flat when her actions betray a desire for influence rather than impact. Fey's roast crystallized that paradox into a cultural moment that many found cathartic. While other celebrities tiptoe around the subject, fearful of being labeled insensitive or worse, Tina Fey went straight for the jugular. In doing so, she gave voice to the simmering skepticism that has been building for years. Was Meghan truly a victim of royal cruelty, or was she simply a skilled manipulator who turned personal grievance into public capital? It's a question that now demands honest discussion. For many, Meghan's transformation from royal duchess to media provocateur feels less like a natural evolution and more like a calculated move. And Fey's satirical takedown felt like a long overdue reality check. What makes Tina Fey's comments so compelling is that they aren't based on tabloids or hearsay. They draw from publicly available facts, past interviews, and Meghan's own contradictions. Whether it's her shifting timeline about royal treatment or the sudden commercial turn of her and Harry's brand post-Megxit, the inconsistencies speak volumes. In the end, this wasn't just comedy, it was commentary. And it raised a broader question about the nature of modern fame. When does public advocacy cross the line into personal aggrandizement? For Meghan Markle, that line seems increasingly blurry. Tina Fey's roast was more than a funny segment. It was a reflection of growing public fatigue with the Meghan Markle narrative. What was once a fairy tale has become a farce, with each new appearance or statement drawing more eye rolls than empathy. And in roasting Meghan so brilliantly, Tina Fey may have done what few others could: expose the hollow core beneath the glossy surface. As the audience erupted in applause, one couldn't help but think, the joke may be over for Meghan, but the consequences of her actions are only beginning to take center stage. Perhaps the most glaring contradiction, and one Faye cleverly skewered, was Meghan and Harry's continued use of their titles while actively undermining the institution that gave them. Imagine quitting your job and still demanding the office keys, Faye joked, poking fun at the couple's refusal to relinquish their HRH titles. It's a sentiment that has resonated with royal watchers and critics alike. Why cling to the prestige of royalty while simultaneously painting it as a prison? This duplicity has fueled increasing frustration, especially within the UK, where public support for the Sussexes has plummeted. Their refusal to play by royal rules while still benefiting from the brand has made them a divisive force. Meghan's carefully curated image as a humanitarian and feminist falls flat when her actions betray a desire for influence rather than impact. Faye's roast crystallized that paradox into a cultural moment that many found cathartic.